Coming to you from sunny Southern California, ladies and gentlemen, Gaming with Class.
Please, oh thank you, you're too kind. Like, all right, wait, stop. Like, what am I? What think I'm presenting E3? Like, no. It'd be more direct. Like, we are here to show off a brand new game from a well-beloved series. Let's take a first look. I think it'd be more like that if I'll try to present. You gotta emphasize big words. You gotta pause a lot. And you have to talk like I'm talking right to you. Now that's if I was gonna be presenting at some of these shows, but no. Welcome to Gaming with Class E3 closing review. So, this is going to be an interesting video. I have a lot to get through. And I've decided to break it up into 3 different parts. So, part 1, I'm going to be talking about my predictions to E3. What did I get right? What did I get wrong? I'm going to go back to my old video I did, my E3 predictions video, and I'm going to see what did I get right and what did I get wrong. I pretty much said that already, but scratch that now. Part 2 is going to be a roundtable discussion. I'm going to be talking with a few people about E3, what they liked, what they didn't. We're just going to be talking about a general bunch of topics E3, so it should be interesting to see. I don't know how to go. Part 3 will be my closing remarks to E3. I'm going to be giving my best of list, so similar to last year where I said like my best trailer, best conference, best exclusive game, best reveal, stuff like that. It's all going to be in part 3. So it's going to be a reloaded video and should be hopefully pretty exciting. So let's not waste any time. Let's actually get into part 1. Predictions. I have a lot to say. And I did have a lot to say. Looking back, it's kind of funny now, looking at it. Some of the stuff I said, oh, we'll see this. But you'd be surprised. Some of the stuff I did get right. So it wasn't a complete failure. So without further ado, let's start part 1. Here were my predictions of E3 2017. Is this asshole ever gonna cut? God, don't leave the shot on me. Cut. I gotta do it myself. As a fun little game for myself, I wanted to see how many predictions at E3 did I actually get wrong. Now, at this current point in time, I have not actually tallied it up. But at this point, I'm going to say I got 15 announcements wrong. I might actually be going too high. Put yours in now and see what it stacks up against. So at the end of this segment, we will see what the final totals are. And I'm sure I am 100% right on this one. I'm sure. So without further ado, let's begin. First show of E3 is EA. And here's what I put down. So, Star Wars Battlefront 2. We already know we're going to see Star Wars Battlefront 2. Yeah. We're going to see probably more of the other Star Wars projects. Those we're going to get more of the same kind of video that we always get for the Star Wars trailers. Or at least when they're showing like the projects. It's always like someone in like a real dark room. Yeah. Sports game. You know, it's EA. You know, you have to expect it. Sports are one of their biggest financial markets. And they make a lot of money off FIFA and Madden. So, expect to see that. Yeah. 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 Mass Effect Andromeda DLC. This is I'm surprised. I don't even think they should show this. I don't know if they will. And the last thing I put is new Need for Speed. Apparently 3 hours before recording this, a new Need for Speed got leaked. So, we'll probably be seeing that at E3 in some form. Yeah. So moving on, next we have Microsoft. Scorpio reveal. Of course, we're going to get the Scorpio. We're going to get its name. It's going to probably be Xbox 2 or Xbox 720 or something. Yeah. Crackdown 3 will be a Scorpio launch title. This is what I expect. Yeah. Xbox One S gets price cut. This is something I put in here. I don't know if this will be true. And I just put a bunch of games I expect we'll probably see. We'll see Sea of Pirates. We'll see Cuphead, which, let me say, I think this is the year for Cuphead. I think we are finally going to get a launch date and a release date for Cuphead. New Halo for Scorpio. I don't know why I put this. Like, Halo 5 came out not that long ago. I think it was like a few years ago. This is one I put on here. I don't think it's going to happen, but Banjo-Kazooie could return. I don't know. Xbox One and Windows 10 exclusive will return. I hope it does, because that was very hilarious when it happened.
Exclusive. World premiere.
Bethesda. Now, I didn't put too much on Bethesda. I just put like 2 or 3 things. Elder Scrolls 6, I expect we might see a teaser for that. I also put on here The Evil Within 2 could make an appearance. Everything else I put on is just small stuff. With like Fallout 4 VR and Doom VR, but it's like small stuff, so. Alright, now at Ubisoft. Here's what I put at Ubisoft. Far Cry 5 we know about now. They said this game's not showing. I put Beyond Good and Evil 2. I have a small inkling that they're gonna just show it like, hey, we told you it's not coming. Well, guess what? We lied. Assassin's Creed's returning. We know this already. Just Dance 20, so yeah, we'll see a Just Dance 20 game. I don't know which number installment it is, but it seems like there's been like 1,000 of those games. The Mario Rabbids game, and I put in quotations, maybe at Nintendo, so it may not actually be at the Ubisoft conference, but it could be at the Nintendo, so that'll be interesting to see if it goes at Ubisoft or at Nintendo. It'd be pretty funny to see that at the Ubisoft conference. And I put some other stuff on here. I heard The Crew 2 is coming. They talked about that. They talked about a new IP is coming. And I just put this on here. Division 2. I don't know that it could happen, because it seems like Division barely came out last year. So next I have Sony, and this is the one where I have a lot of stuff on here, but because Sony's conference, they always seem to get some big stuff, and this is where a lot of the third parties go. Death Stranding will have a new trailer, possible gameplay. I don't know. I said possible gameplay. I don't know if it will be, because they're still pretty early in development. But Death Stranding will have a new trailer. Like that's already like there. I already know that. Uncharted 4 DLC. We might see some more stuff with that. Dead Island 2 might return. Knack 2 will get a release date. Knack 2's sick. Spider-Man will get a gameplay reveal from the Insomniac Spider-Man game. That'll be sick. I already figured that's gonna happen. These next few ones are just ones that I hope happen. Dark Cloud 3. Onimusha 5. Kingdom Hearts 3 could possibly show. The Last of Us 2 trailer. We will get another trailer of Last of Us 2, and I think this one will have possible gameplay on it. What else did I have a lot of stuff on here. Call of Duty World War II. You already know it's going to be shown. PSVR stuff, but they got to show something. I have PSVR in the corner. I'm hoping to see some new stuff coming, like something big. Indies, we'll see a bunch of small indies. They'll probably talk about it and how PlayStation's the place for indie developers. God of War, we already know that's coming. I think right now, my prediction, it's going to get a release window of next year, probably early next year, like February, March. Days Gone, we'll see maybe more gameplay, maybe a release window for that game. I feel next year, maybe late next year. Okay, this is my one right here. This is the one prediction I hope is like 90% true, and I have facts to back it up. Windjammers will get a surprise launch during the conference. Windjammers will be released at the Sony E3 conference. I'm right on this one. If I'm wrong, then I'll have to do something stupid, but I'm gonna say I'm pretty right on about this. right on this one. If I'm wrong, then I'll have to do something stupid, but... I need to stop making bets. So on to the final one, Nintendo. This is one other one I'm really interested to see. I don't have too much, but I have some of the obvious choices. Mario Odyssey, we'll see. Xenoblade 2 will get a release date. Odyssey will also get a release date. Zelda Dungeon Maker. Breath of the Wild will get the DLC. We'll see what the big one is. Yeah. Wii U ports. I think we're gonna see a lot of Wii U ports coming to Switch, or at least upgraded versions. So Smash Brothers, GameCube Virtual Console support. Welcome back. Well, that certainly was a segment. It certainly was. So, without wasting any time, part 2, roundtable discussion of E3. So, I've got a few guests with me. We're going to be talking about E3 in detail, just going over some stuff. There's not really any direction. It's just going to be kind of a loose conversation to see where things go from there. We may get over other conferences, we may not. We'll just go from there. Don't know how it'll be, so let's cut to that. So here is the E3 roundtable discussion. You got the power. Stinker's thing. You got the mic. No way. Alright, so this is segment 2. This is the E3 discussion. Gonna talk a little bit about E3, some different things. Got a little guest here. Introduce yourself.
First of all, I'm not a little guest. I am the guest. The one and only. BeastlyWolves429. You better recognize it's my time.
And since it... Okay.
Made it up on the spot.
That's not bad. I've heard worse. You could have been like, yo, what's up? This your boy. Something like, you could have been like one of those terrible YouTube intros.
Boom, shaka-laka-laka-laka.
Hey, that actually would have probably been better if you'd just done that.
No, man. Absolutely not.
Sound like it.
My thoughts on E3. A lot of people had issues with Sony's conference, saying that
underwhelming.
Last year. Oh, the winner. Well, for me, the winner is.
When I said underwhelming, because that's the theme I heard with Sony's, is that it was underwhelming to a lot, just because compared to last year they didn't have surprises, but I think they just came out just to show stuff.
Yeah, they came out, was like, hey, we have, remember the games you won it last year and they didn't come out? Well, they're not coming out this year either, but at least we'll show you more about it.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's like, hey, remember Days Gone? Yeah, you still gotta wait on that, and God of War, and Spider-Man.
Well, see, Days Gone, they didn't even give a release date window. They just said Days Gone. And
that's coming late next year, my feeling. They're gonna release that like near E3 or somewhere, like late next year.
See, my issue with Days Gone is that they showed Horizon, Uncharted, which both comes out this year, and then showed Days Gone right after that, leading me to think that, okay, the first 3 games are the games from last year and they come out this year.
Yeah.
No. Days Gone came and went.
Yeah, their big game this year is Knack 2, pretty much.
Hey,
no, but you know what? That's the one thing I will say. People talk a lot of crap about Knack. I love Knack. Like, I think this one also looks real good. Like, looks like they've added, at least my biggest problems with Knack 1 was that the gameplay and the combat mechanics were way too simple and got boring. That's one of the things they fixed, and they said they're adding different things to make the gameplay more fresh and not as samey. Like, they pretty much fixed all my problems, so if it ends up that way, then I'll be happy. Like, I'm getting Knack 2, like, easily.
For me, I think my issue with Microsoft conferences is not that they don't have a good display, or they don't...
But then we're going straight into Microsoft. Like, I was going to say 2 things about Sony. One thing about the Uncharted. Are you getting back?
Oh, yeah. I'm just comparing the difference. It's not that I have issues with how they both, had their conferences. I just feel there's something about Sony's games that I actually care about.
Hmm.
I actually care about what Sony's doing. I could care less what Microsoft is doing now. I don't want to talk about Microsoft in a negative way. And I'll get to that because once I get to let me stick with Sony. Because once I get to Microsoft world, this is a whole nother world. Microsoft
Alright.
is becoming my Nintendo, which a lot of people don't know. Is my least. Okay, that's like Donkey Dookie.
And this
And
goes
you grew
back
up with that
years. Like, this goes back a long time. So this
Nintendo.
isn't like
Yeah,
anything new. This is
yeah, yeah. It definitely was. But now I said a lot of positives about Sony. Let me get to the negatives.
yeah.
My only negative, and it's only really one, is that they should have basically said this conference is coming 2018 because nothing, absolutely nothing is coming out this year. That's really important. That's like the big next thing. Yes, we already got Horizon, we already got Neo, we already got Persona 5,
Yeah.
we're getting Uncharted DLC. That's great. That's great. But that was the beginning of this year. And
Yeah.
what have you done for me lately? I want new stuff. Now. I want
Yeah.
Days Gone. First off, how long do we have to wait for God of War? Okay? How
Yeah.
long are we waiting for God of War?
Yeah. I think probably my negative probably is that just like they did show a lot of stuff, but it's a lot of stuff that's coming way later. And but I also think as a conference as a whole, I can I think it's cool that they just went like, hey, we're just gonna show games and games, but like, I kind of wanted some in between stuff, like just like some talking, or at least something else. There was one weird part of that conference that still kind of is just random.
Hmm.
Remember when they were showing Days Gone and they had those dudes hanging?
Yeah.
They only did that one time. That was the only game they did that for. I thought, oh, they're gonna do something like special throughout all of the games. They never went back to it.
I mean,
See, I was kind of dumb when they were pulling out that big screen for Spider-Man. I don't know why I had a thought that they were gonna get some dude in like wires to come like swing through there on the stage. So they have to have some
right.
Spider-Man.
So you see some dumb stuff like that.
Microsoft would do that. They probably would bring in like some Spider-Man. They'd probably bring in the actor of Spider-Man to come demo the game.
Trust me, I'm going to get to Microsoft. Once I get there, it's
I'm ready.
it's
I'm waiting for my. I already know what yours is gonna be.
it's oh you don't actually. It's a lot. Microsoft is going to get destroyed. Um, See, I can't say anything about Nintendo because I forgot they were a company. But
Oh, okay.
back to
Well,
Sony.
yeah. There's,
Back to Sony. I hate both of them. My my favorite game from the conference for Sony is easily, hands down, without question. You already know if you know me, is
yeah,
God of War.
yeah. Alright.
That's what I've been waiting for. That's what I was hoping for. Because with the first trailer, yeah, the first trailer, oh, it's great. Another tech demo. I can't wait to, walk through this and not pay attention to the story or the gameplay and just look how good this wall looks. But no, I should have trusted Santa Monica like I always have. They're for me, they're better than Naughty Dog when it comes to, for what I like in the game, the type of games I like. Because Naughty Dog tells a great storytelling, but I'm
Yeah,
more to that fast fashion. I want to rip your head off gameplay.
yeah. Like more like I want to make some combos and make these look just nasty.
Yeah, yeah. I love that. So, God of War, I still want to know the story because they say it's his son, but then you also see the trailer, he holds a bag of money like it's an escort mission. So, did Santa Monica take a little Last of Us style and say, hey, you know,
What's like Kratos' his wife is like, hey, you got to transport this kid to this location. I ain't doing it.
yeah, like first of all, I don't even like this little brat. It's not like I'm dead or anything. I just left. I didn't want to take care of him. I took off.
So you're saying that now? Like, wait till you play the game. You're probably gonna be like, this kid's dumb. It's like, oh, okay, I'm kind of care. I like with Last of Us. It's kind of like, oh, you gotta watch this kid? Like, okay. Then like halfway
Like,
point, it's like, oh, it's not like get him, Joe. Like get Ellie. Like yes.
right. Watch when I play the game. I love the kid. I can't wait to see him again in his own
Got a shirt
standalone
of you.
title.
I see next time you got a shirt the kid on. It's like protect him in big letters.
Kratos is not the main character anymore. He's worried about what this kid's doing next week, what he's eating for breakfast. So God of War is my game, not only of the conference but of E3. That is my game. My pros of Sony is what people can't stand. Uh, they didn't have much of a conversation with the audience. They just had, hey, here's games, and we don't like that. We want that cringe moment. We want that stupid moment like how Microsoft does every year. I'm not talking about Microsoft right now. I'll get to that.
Yeah.
But
Well, oh
that's
yeah. We'll
definitely
get to that dude on stage.
Hey, no, see, I told you, I love that part. I loved it. I told you when we were watching it. I love that part that he did that. I thought that was really cool. But
Hey, well, which dude
Microsoft,
on stage though? Like, dude number 5, number 12. Remember when that guy
so
walked on stage and talked about that game?
right, that one dumb guy, the whole conference. But Phil Spencer. But I think my pros of the conference is that all they showed me was games. My negatives conference is that all the games come out next year. That's that's it.
All right. I think my pro is for the Sony conference. Like I genuinely liked all the stuff they showed. Like I thought the Monster Hunter looked cool. I thought Uncharted's
Yeah.
looking great. Days Gone was like I'm still kind of out to see more Days Gone, but I'm liking the things I'm seeing with it. Like Spider Man looks fantastic. God of War looks fantastic. Like I genuinely didn't have a problem with the conference. I think for me, I think initially I think I had too many high hopes for it. I think that's what it was. I was let down because I had such high expectations. And thinking of it now more realistically, I'm more like, okay, like it wasn't. It's definitely not a C. I definitely would give it like a B. I thought it was still a really good conference, but it's definitely
Okay,
not their strongest. But
well,
all right, well, we've talked pretty good about some. I think we should move on to another Microsoft. We've been leading to this for a
okay,
while
but
now.
if I had to give Sony a number, like a rating number, and for
Hmm.
me personally, I'm only speaking on me, I give it an 8. That's that's a good solid conference.
I think I think I'd go with probably like 7.5. Like
Well, yeah, which is it's in the same ball game, so
yeah,
that's
so,
like I said, that's
still a good
fair.
conference. Like if I was like 5, that even then 5's like just like neutral. That's like oh, so okay.
Yeah.
Just so you know,
The
EA
eight,
is not in the 5.
yeah. The
EA
only
wishes it
thing
had a
about
5.
okay, now that we got Sony out the way,
It only took 26 minutes. See Microsoft
let
to be
me
like 5.
let me speak about the console that I now call the porn console because it literally has 3 X's in the title.
What?
The only game that I actually care about, and that's a slight care. It's a care to a point I can't wait to see one of my favorite streamers to play it. Not that I'll get up and spend $500 on a console when I'm just gonna play third party and better graphics. I can't wait for that. But it's Cuphead.
Oh, yeah. Man. I've talked nothing but
Cuphead.
praise about Cuphead. The sad part is for like many years, I think for the past 2 to 3 years, Cuphead's been like my game of Microsoft show.
Yeah, Cuphead's the only game I really want that I would think about playing, but I would never buy an Xbox for Cuphead. Now, it's not that I'm dissing on Xbox. It's just I don't know what it is about Xbox. I truly could care less what they do. If someone called me tomorrow and said, Brandon, guess what? Xbox is now over. Really? I'm gonna have toast for breakfast. I couldn't care less.
Well, see, you're thinking about like who cares? I think it's more back in like when 360 came out, that argument could be made. Like 360, and when PS3 came out, 360 for years, even during some of the PS3's life cycle, like 360 was dominating just because it was the more affordable console, and they were getting generally more games over there. Just because that was that part when PS3 was hard to port over, and it was still $600, but you started to see that shift then, because then PS3 started getting more games.
Not
So
only was it more affordable, it was more reliable. Not that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Not in the fact that. Yeah, not in the fact that the console will work.
Yeah, you had to make that point very clear, because when you said reliable, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
360 and reliable did not go hand in hand.
That you had a better network connection with the game.
Yes.
The multiplayer the servers were better. So but your servers were great, but your system's gonna break.
Yeah. That's a good slogan right there.
That's my issue with Microsoft. They're always, hey, I wanna move forward, but I'm still falling backwards. Like, oh, I'm gonna give you a powerful console, but there's no reason to buy it because you can buy it on PC.
Yeah, that is the argument that like it's cool to have that convenience, but like, at the same time, it's like, wow, so if you have a PC, you've just given people absolutely no reason to ever buy an Xbox One S, because like, wow, I can just play Quantum Break on my on my PC. Oh, I can play Gears 4 on here. I can just play all these. Like that. But it's for a different audience, because there are people who are like, oh, I'd never get PC. People who are hardcore Xbox and that.
Now I give them props. They listen to the fans. They do their best trying to please them. You know, they're going to give you the OG Xbox games.
Yeah, that was the best announcement really for me. Cuphead's announcement, a few games, and that. I was like, wow, like that's really good. Like, you're doing something that Sony's not doing.
Now if you just want to focus on the Scorpio, but I prefer to call it Scorpio. I'm not going to call it the one.
Scorpio's a better name. Xbox One X is confusing, and we talked about it during the conference. It's so confusing that it's going to suck for you, especially when it comes later this year near Black Friday, near Christmas, because how are you going to differentiate like an X between an S to like a random consumer who knows nothing about this? They're not going to know what the S and X is. All the difference is that one's more expensive.
This is what I'm gonna do. They're gonna call and say, "Hey, can I get an Xbox One X?" I'm like, "Great, yeah, come in. We'll hold it for you. When they come in, I'm gonna sell them a PS4 Pro so they don't waste their money."
That's really doesn't.
Now, they don't have that. I'm not gonna say they don't have that talent. Maybe they don't have the chance. They're not given the chance to give you something like that.
Well, it seems like anytime they have a game that they're gonna like, looks like it has like a chance to like do something good, they cancel it. Like Scalebound could have been that game, but they went and canceled it, and they really didn't like give a reason. Or if they did, it's usually something.
Scalebound looked really good, but it never looked good to a point where I'm like, oh man, Scalebound looks great. Scalebound looked like a technical problem waiting to happen. It looked like a glitch fest waiting to be put into a console. It looked like Bayonetta port on PS3. That's what it looked like. Not Bayonetta. It's like Red Dead Redemption's port on PS3. That's what Scalebound looked like.
You're going real deep on these cuts. You're about to say like Dead Rising on the Wii.
Because Dead Rising on the Wii. Because you have to see Sony mess up, you got to go pretty far back. And Sony only messes up on third party. They don't mess up on first party. That's not Sony. The Order, beautiful game, short game. Is that a mistake? No. The only mistake was that they charged you $60. If they would have charged you $30, it would have been a great game. No one would have complained.
Yeah, I enjoyed The Order, but I also rented it too. Like, I think it would have been different if I had spent $60. I beat it in like 2 sittings.
Yeah, I bought The Order on one of these flash sales. It cost what, $4 I bought the order for. And, and I loved it. I loved the order. I went to work. I went to work 30 minutes, and I bought the order.
I just find it funny that like the order came out and like a year later it's like $3. It's like the game's not that bad. Like there's way worse games out there. I've never seen a game drop like that. Have you seen Battleborn? Have you seen that? The price of that? That's bad. Like the game's not that bad.
How much is Scalebound? How much is Scalebound going to cost?
Nothing. It doesn't exist anymore. That game's done. That game's free at this point. It's free in my mind. Thinking about the demo they showed last year. Alright, so on to Nintendo. You know, Nintendo usually are pretty big underdogs E3. They always got a lot of stuff to say.
Actually, I have some surprising stuff to tell you about Nintendo and how I feel about Nintendo. So I'll let you say what you want to say first, and then I'll jump in after.
No, I just want to hear your joke. Let's just go on. I'll set it up. I already know what you're going to say.
It's not a joke. You go ahead and you give what you want to say about. Because first of all, I'm not done with Microsoft.
Oh well, let's get back to Microsoft then. I don't want to like. Let's finish off Microsoft.
Yeah, I'm not done with Microsoft. I'm completely over Microsoft. So.
So for the half of the conference you saw, what grades would you rank Microsoft compared to, like, I guess out of 10 ranking we're getting consoles?
You know, if I could easily just ignore everything that I didn't like, I would give them a 4.
Give them EA territory.
And it's not that they did anything bad. They just didn't show me any games that I really found interesting. Like, if they would have showed me some interesting, like I don't play Metroid, so I don't care about Metroid.
Think about Metro.
Metro or Metroid?
Metro's the one that Microsoft is. Metroid's the Nintendo franchise.
Yeah, see, I'm getting mixed up because I couldn't care.
How do you get those two mixed up? One is going through like metro tunnels, like through a radiated world. One's you're going through space.
I didn't really. You know what got me? They both wear masks. The dumbest part for me for Microsoft is they're like, hey, here's Forza, and not only here's Forza, here's the car.
Okay, well that's stupid. Anytime they bring out a car on stage is dumb. Especially they're like, oh, this car's never been seen before. Like, no one can afford that car. Like, no one in that room can afford it.
Like,
don't get their hopes.
The car that I can't drive.
I think generally with Microsoft, like I didn't hate it. There were some things I thought were real dumb. Like, I think the name for the Xbox One X is dumb. They should have just kept it as the Scorpio.
Mm-hmm.
But there was some decent stuff. I think Metro looked nice, even though not exclusive, and apparently wasn't running on Xbox One. It was running on a high-end PC with unknown specs. That looks nice. Like, I think that game, the last night, looked crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I really forgot what kind of, because some of the stuff they showed looks cool, but it's giving me a reason maybe to now pick up an Xbox One S, not an Xbox One X. Like, I feel at this point there's no need, and what they showed at that conference did not sell me on an X. Like, I don't think I need one. Like, I think since they said every game that's coming for Xbox One is also playable on Xbox One X, like vice versa, like I'll just get an S. Like, I can still play the games; they'll still look fine. Like, I don't need to spend $500 to make them look that better. And even then, sometimes they still don't run 60. Like, apparently, some games still can't run 60, and some games still are checkerboarding with some stuff.
Yeah, even on the Pro.
Yeah, like I said, it's gonna be a while before we get full 4K. Like, that's still a ways away. Like, if you want true 4K, then you're gonna have to upgrade a PC. Yeah, generally, I didn't hate Microsoft's conference. Like, I love feeling just like, oh, they did a decent job. They showed some decent stuff. They just didn't do a good job of selling X for me. All right, so the big moment in Nintendo, and I brought it up as a joke because I knew like how you over Nintendo. I just brought that little like sentence up too.
Not a joke.
All right, so what was it about Nintendo that you said?
Well, the best thing about Nintendo's conference is that I didn't watch it, and I didn't know that I didn't even know it was going on. I didn't know they had a conference. I didn't know there was a. I didn't know. I didn't know they were invited to E3. I didn't know that Nintendo. I didn't know Nintendo had a console. I didn't. Is the Switch a console? Is that what that is? I did not. I did not know. The best thing about Nintendo's conference is
Wait, because it was short.
that I didn't know it existed. That's the best. And you know what? If I could rate Nintendo a 10, I would rate it a 10. It literally took me 10 milliseconds to stop thinking about it.
Well, welcome to segment 2.5. Wait, 2.7? 1 point? I don't know which segment this is. This is the continuation from the last part. Another discussion. This time I'm joined by another guest. Introduce yourself.
I'm Zomb1esmasher15 and BeastlyWolves429 on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch.
So, we need to say something really quick. So, we recorded nearly an hour of an entire discussion. We went fully in depth on EA, Microsoft, Bethesda, Ubisoft, and my audio came in fine. But unfortunately, Zombie's audio didn't. And we lost an hour of a really good discussion.
So we're going to recap. We're going to take 10 minutes to recap what we basically talked about for an hour.
Yeah, well, that should be fun. All right, so let's start. All right, let's start up.
Like EA was pretty okay. There was a couple of parts that I didn't really get with like the Men in Blazers and that one YouTuber kind of having stage fright.
It's your boy Matty B Raps. I'm here to talk to you about Need for Speed and
Payback.
This is Matthew. Actually, my name's Steve. He's here to show you about the game. It's like man, they like EA don't
the Men in Blazers. I didn't really get the Men in Blazers, but apparently they're supposed to be a bunch of people who talk about football.
Talking about them footballs. Actually, I can't do my child voice. Like I can't do it.
You gotta do a Benedict Cumberbatch.
Now that's more. That's like a regular like accent. Like usually with those.
I don't know Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oi, fucking mate! Like actually, that's Australia. What? Let's stop doing this.
I think the one biggest mess up is when they're showing off Battlefront 2 gameplay, and then all of a sudden it just cuts to someone playing. It cuts to like NBA Live.
It's like wow, wow, Battlefront's looking different.
When did they start to get?
Jabba's looking great in those basketball shorts. Finn, I didn't know you can dunk.
And also, I just seen doing commentary for Battlefront.
You know what? That's one thing I need to say is, how is iJustine still getting work in like gaming stuff? Did everybody forget her Portal 2 playthrough those years ago when she like got stuck on the first puzzle of Portal 2 for 20 minutes?
Oh, don't remind me of that. like EA's press conference is like a 5 for me. because it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that good either.
But yeah, EA had some
The
decent
Alex
stuff, but
Cross-
wasn't great.
The Alex Cross dude was like the biggest prank of all.
Oh, they should have brought that. EA really wanted to be higher on my list. They should have brought that guy back to do that little like speech to do that little speech therapy again. Do that little.
I mean, like I think
Def
they said
Jam.
like FIFA 18 is supposed to like continue that man's story.
Yeah, it is.
I'm like, yo, I was waiting for Alex Cross to be like cameo appearance, like y'all coming with me again.
No, it's Alex Hunter. Alex Cross was that
Alex.
shitty Tyler Perry action movie.
Oh my bad, Alex Hunter.
Alex Hunter. I don't know if it'll be on like 2K's level of their stories, because their stories are kind of out there. Like the 2K16 with Spike Lee, the Spike Lee joint. That story was good and bad in the worst and best way possible.
I guess you could say Spike Lee didn't do the right thing.
God dang it! God dang it. Okay, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. That's an acceptable one. God dang it.
I'm sorry. All right. So the next day, Microsoft had their press conference.
Yes, Microsoft.
And
Yeah.
all I can say was Xbox and PC and Windows 10 exclusive, Xbox launch exclusive, Windows 10 exclusive.
World exclusive. Yeah, pretty much. Like that got very confusing at times with that conference.
But
we can't miss one thing first. They opened up Xbox Scorpio.
oh
Xbox
yeah, with the
One X.
Xbox One X, they had Phil Spencer coming up and talking about like, we love you, the fans, so we're gonna give you our new console in the Xbox family, titled the Xbox One.
Yeah, it's kind of worked out perfectly because
If you don't know what that means.
you know it's it's funny is that what you just said I think like 3 seconds of what you just said got cut out. So it's like introducing the Xbox One and it cut out. It's like, oh, they already have that.
Oh, my bad. So they were introducing the Xbox One X, which is supposed to be Project Scorpio, what they were hyping about last year.
Yeah. Who named that system? Was it like the same person who named the Wii U? Like yeah, add one letter to it. It'll make a difference. Like
Assassin's Creed Origins was shown off.
One thing I want to say for that, I didn't want to throw shade at you, Brandon. I'm sorry, but so in that previous segment, there was one point we were talking about this. Brandon got Metro and Metroid like mixed up. He thought they were like, it's like when Microsoft showed up that Metroid game. It's like, what? I thought Metro and Metroid was like, what are you smoking?
Smoking a little bit of that devil's lettuce.
Smoking a little bit of that Xbox X. Smoking a little bit of that Triple X.
Wait, hold on. Are we talking about like the movie with Vin Diesel or Ice Cube?
How many times is this gonna get referenced? That got referenced in the last part. I'm just gonna say Xbox. I'm not gonna try and say like he's smoking Ice Cube. Yo, I'm smoking some Ice Cube. I smoked a little Vin, if you know what I mean. Smoking that Groot? What you doing, boy?
Stop it.
So anyway, Assassin's Creed Origins got shown.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it looked really interesting. They had like, apparently it's taking place in Egypt. They utilized the eagles. You can use eagles to scout out, the location of, or like a real surrounding location.
Got magic arrows. Like it's got some weird stuff where you like can control the movement of arrows.
It really looked like it was the Ubisoft answer to Breath of the Wild. Now, the biggest thing that got me excited, and I honestly thought it was from the same development team that made The Lone Survivor, was The Last Night.
Yes.
The graphics look too similar to Lone Survivor. And if you haven't played the Lone Survivor, play it. It's a really good, like, horror-esque game. But like the last night is supposed to be like isn't it supposed to be like a noirish type?
Yeah, it's a cyberpunk game. Yeah. So real quick, we're gonna go real quick through these. There's two moments that were there's two more games. There was that weird game where they showed a trailer and like some random dude was on stage like giving esports commentary.
Oh,
and I was confused. I was like, "What is this? Like, why is this dude on stage and what is he saying? Like, I don't know what this game is." And he's just going, "So this guy is going off to the left. He's going off to the right. Oh, he's got a good move right there. Hey, look at him with that loadout. Oh, he's got to get it right now." Like, what are you talking about? Like, what is this game? What do those buttons mean?
I honestly thought that I was watching some like the commentators for League of Legends, because they would go very in depth with the esports for League of Legends, where it's like Faker's going left. Oh no, Faker faked him out and he's going right. That was using the ultimate. Oh, you got a triple kill.
But it's like, why do that on why do that at a conference, and why do it for a game no one knows about? Like, I was confused. I still don't know what that game is, but they showed that, and then the new EA BioWare game with the weird dialogue, Awaken. And I keep forgetting that name. Like, I really must not care because I keep Anthem. Anthem.
Yes, John. Anthem the Wise is gonna be in a game called Anthem.
Well, no, Anthem the Wise couldn't be in a BioWare game because that means that the dialogue would actually be good. Anthem.
Anthem.
Like, the dialogue part was kind of weird. Like, they did the Ubisoft method where they just get actors to fake out situations.
I really don't like it when game developers think that this kind of talk is how the general audience of people playing these games talk like. No one talks like, "Oh man, I can't believe Kathy is missing out on all this XP. Might have to join. Might have to see if she can join later." Like, no one talks like that.
It's mostly like 15-year-olds. Like, "Oh yeah, well, your mom's here." It's always that, or it's always something like that. It's always like a little kid.
And then between you and me, it's like, "Oh, there's a guy to our right. I'll come over to you."
Yeah, like we're playing like just like Ubisoft games is. They're like, "Oh, I flank to the right, tango down." It's like, what? Like, are you guys playing a game? Like, what are you doing? Like, why you sound so stupid?
Are you guys playing a game, or is this like a war movie?
I saw someone do that in Call of Duty once. I almost wanted to rip into him, but I left him alone. He was trying to do that, like, "Hey yo, a flank to the left, go right. There's a dude on your 6. It's like, can you just say there's a dude ahead of me? Like, why are you trying to do all this extra slogan? And you know it works fine. Hey, there's a dude right up ahead of you. Like, okay, there's a group of us coming to the right. That's all you have to say. You don't have to be like, tango on your 8th. Like, get out of here. Like, it always sounds dumb. And Ubisoft always does that.
So like to see that like a BioWare game takes kind of like they went to the same school as like Ubisoft did for their how to present games.
And that was the conference. That was Microsoft. So later in the night we have Bethesda, which was a real short conference. They really kept it short on their end this time.
I honestly thought that like Bethesda was trying to steal from Nintendo.
With the Bethesda Land stuff, it kind of was like a direct because Pete Hines didn't get on stage much at all.
He went like on stage once. They showed something, and they went back on stage, and then he never came back on. It was just announcement after announcement after announcement.
Yeah, it was kind of a waste to even have a conference because it seemed like there was no like stage pizzazz. Like when Fallout 4 got announced and revealed, they had Todd Howard on stage, like actually talking over footage, like talking to the audience, like demoing it, like that was cool because it's like, okay, you're there, you get like a little show. And with this one, it's not really. It's like you just watch the video. They would have been better off just like playing it from like their place.
And so now we go into the biggest mistake that Bethesda could ever do.
Giving Evil Within a sequel. No.
No.
I like, no, that was a joke. So Creators Club. You know, have you ever? Don't you love it when you gotta pay for mods? Like, so Bethesda thought it would be a good, yeah. Like that's the common response. You know, I saw some people defend the game. Like it's like if it's like good quality mods, maybe it's worth it in the end. It's like no, there's a lot of great high quality mods that are out there already. And
I honestly thought that there was. I think I remember someone talking about how like Steam tried to do that, and it lasted for 2 days.
It lasted 4 days. People got angry, and it was gone because it was dumb. And the real problem with that was because they, a lot of mods that were on sale in that thing were stolen, and they became real just messy. But it was a good thing it ended because it would have been a failure. It was dumb, one, to sell mods that were available for free, and it was a terrible idea. And Bethesda decided to bring it back. Like I said.
So then after that was the reveal for Evil Within 2?
Yeah, really great trailer. Like I loved that. That was one of my favorite parts of that. That and the next reveal also was my favorite thing of that Bethesda showed.
One of the things that like I'm still trying to figure out to this day was in the gameplay section. Why does like Detective Sebastian's model look exactly like the Evil Within 1? Like, if I was making a sequel to a game and our main character had to go through so much like stressful inducing nightmare fuel stuff, I would literally design him where he looks more rough. Like, I wouldn't take the model straight from like the first game and just reuse it.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of seemed like it was the same model, but we'll find out. Maybe there's something to it.
Overall, Evil Within 2 looked pretty good. It's got my pre-order.
Yeah. Then they ended off the show with Wolfenstein 2, which looked outstanding, looked really fun, and it looked like it's going to be a real zany out there game. Like, I'm looking forward to that one. That was Bethesda's showing.
Bethesda, I would give a 6. Well, not a 6, but a 5.6. Because I was happy that Bethesda... I wasn't really too excited about the VR stuff since I really don't have the capability of playing VR. Mm-hmm. And I like the fact that they announced Evil Within 2 and Wolfenstein, even though I haven't really played the old first Wolfenstein remake. But I was really excited for Evil Within 2, but I had to deduct some points when they came out and said, we're going to have you pay us for mods.
Yeah, that's really what ended it.
So then we got Ubisoft.
Yes.
And Ubisoft was like the biggest surprise out of this entire E3.
Yeah, just coming out here showing games, like surprising everybody. Like I didn't put that much into Ubisoft, and they surprised me like very much. They showed a lot of great stuff, and I generally only had like one problem with their conference.
But first thing that they announced was a new Rabbids game with crossovers with the Mario games called Rabbids and Mario plus Mario Kingdom or something.
Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, the XCOM inspired Mario Rabbids game that everybody wanted.
So, a little advice for all you leakers of Nintendo stuff for next year: don't mess with Shigeru Miyamoto. He's gonna use one of them guns.
Yeah, that game surprisingly looks good. Like I consider the Rabbids on the same tier as Minions on the annoying scale, on my hateability radar. But like, I am going to give this game a try. It looks pretty cool. Like I'm looking forward to this.
I would say that Minions is what the Rabbids. Like Rabbids was pretty cool during like the whole Rayman Raving Rabbids.
Yeah, I will say that at that point I liked the Rabbids. I thought they were cool. It's that they got like they were in everything. Like you couldn't get away from the Rabbids, and so they came to a point where there were more Rabbids than Rayman. Like where is Rayman at? That's a real question. Like is he in like the same place with like Mega Man, like the sunken place? Like where is he? The weirdest part of their conference was when they had Just Dance. Like I don't get it. Like I know Just Dance is huge. Like to the point that Just Dance like still has a Wii port. Just Dance 18 is coming to Nintendo Wii, Wii U, and the Switch. And the Wii version is the most selling one.
what the biggest announcement that literally I actually had to ask what the direction. I had to literally ask myself, what kind of direction are we taking this in? But they showed a sequel for Beyond Good and Evil. Well, it's not a sequel; it's a prequel. But
Yeah.
it's a sequel to. But it's a sequel to the original, but it's a prequel in the story.
Yeah, which I'm
But-
still hyped for. Like, I'm just happy to see another Beyond Good and Evil game. Like, I was
What?
ecstatic.
Oh, did you see there was a tweet from some guy on Twitter who actually got really upset. And it wasn't because of the game. Well, actually, it was because of Beyond Good and Evil, but it was totally different. Apparently, he makes a joke tweet every single year, and finally, it actually caught up to him. Like this year, he made a joke saying like, if Beyond Good and Evil 2 gets announced, I'll buy everyone who retweets this tweet a pizza.
Yeah, no, I saw that too. And listen, if you're listening, buddy, I want my pizza.
So do I. I retweeted it too.
I need compensation. All right, Sony. This is an
Oh,
interesting
man.
conference because my predictions of Sony, if you've seen that last segment, you know that I got pretty much 80% of it wrong. Well, I got some stuff right, but I was pretty wrong in a lot of the stuff I wanted to see.
They showed some more footage of Days Gone, and all I can say about it is Zombie Bear.
Yeah, that's really it. Like, I have to really see more of that game. Like, it just seems all right. There's some cool stuff in it. Like, I think the way the zombies like spread and how they like move is awesome, and like awesome like technology towards it. But I have to see more.
I have a question for you. When the main character was on the motorcycle, did you ever get a feeling that this was Ride to Hell 2?
You know, that was the first thing I think I thought last year. I was like, what's this Ride to Hell 2? Why does it look so good? I did get thoughts of that, but I was like, no, this couldn't be Ride to Hell 2 because the bike physics actually work like a real bike. And this guy actually is modeled like an actual human being and not as a monster. But yeah, I did have that thought.
I had that thought too.
They showed off new Spider-Man. That looks...
Ooh.
That looks really good. I haven't played a Spider-Man since Ultimate Spider-Man on Xbox, and
Did you ever get the feeling that this Spider-Man game kind of borrowed some stuff from a DC hero?
like from what?
A bunch of people are saying that the combat for
Oh
the
yeah,
Spider-Man
Batman Arkham.
game-
Yeah, it's definitely you can see some Batman Arkham in there.
That's what I was saying. It's like, did you ever feel that this Spider-Man game like borrowed some stuff from a DC hero?
I'm
Ooh.
talking about Superman. It's like,
Fly.
no, please don't bar after Superman Returns. That game wasn't good.
No. I was more like, if I wanted to do a Superman thing, I would be more on the lines of that really good N64 Superman game.
Yeah.
That's like 10 out of 10 in the garbage bin. They showed a bunch of VR games.
Final Fantasy 15 VR seems kind of like it seems
Monster
okay.
of the Deep.
I was more excited for
Everybody-
Super Hot VR, which got shown, but it's like that. Final Fantasy 15 seems like it'll be. I'll check it out at some point.
Are you ready for that? Are you ready for all the Tumblr people to buy a PS4 just to play?
Ugh. I'm about to censor what you
Undertale.
just said. I'm about to censor that word out.
What, Tumblr?
Stop saying it. I gotta censor it.
All right, the
I'm so-
place where
I got-
the place where most people who like Undertale migrate to.
What, the trash can? Like raccoons?
No, the word that shall not be named that starts with a T.
Deviant art. No. Knack 2 has a release date. Knack 2 like looks pretty great.
I know all you Lego people are excited.
Yep.
That was a joke.
Yeah.
That one. And all right, so
You gotta
we're
do the
gonna
right
talk
thing
about
and start
this-
saying some good jokes again.
So I think the biggest announcement that came from Sony was Monster Hunter World.
Yeah, that
The
was a pretty big one.
open world Monster Hunter, and to me, when I saw it, I was thinking Onimusha.
Honestly, I didn't think. See, so Brandon said Dragon's Dogma for him. I kind of knew. I knew it was Monster Hunter from like the first frame. I was like, okay, there's no other game has like weapons that look like that. So I knew it. I knew it wasn't. Looks good. Like I'm kind of excited. The only thing that's kind of disappointing is it seems like it's straying away to like more for a Western audience, so it probably won't play the same. Like I think apparently there are no missions and there's no time limit to it, which is disappointing. But I don't know. I'll have to see more.
Also, a bunch of people kept spamming, or kept sending a bunch of messages to like the Capcom Twitter, and like Capcom actually had to come out and be like, we have no plans to localize Monster Hunter XX in the West just yet, because people were like, so if Capcom announced Monster Hunter World, does that mean we're getting more? Does that mean we're getting Monster Hunter XX? And Capcom's like, no, not yet. We don't have plans just yet.
Damn it, Capcom. Oh yeah, speaking of Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I forgot about it, and I feel like I didn't need to talk about it. I should have just skipped over it.
Hold on. Don't you mean a rehash of Tekken 2?
No, because Tekken 2 is a good fighter.
But
Marvel vs. Capcom
the
Infinite
models, they look like Tekken 2 models.
No, that's a disgrace to Tekken 2 models. Like Infinite, it's Marvel vs. Capcom 3 again, except Marvel vs. Capcom 3 looked better, played better, but it's the same practice of here's DLC you gotta buy, here's costumes you gotta buy, half the characters are on the disc locked, and you gotta spend all this money. Like I'm not gonna delve into it.
Buy our deluxe edition to get Stigma.
Yeah, Sigma. Or Buzz Lightyear, as he looked like in that picture. I won't delve deeper, but Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is disappointing. If you want the true Marvel vs. Capcom...
The face models for some characters looked completely garbage.
Yeah. If you want
to... Like, look a picture of Chun-Li in, like, Street Fighter 4, and look a picture of Chun-Li in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and you're going to be asking, where did Capcom go wrong?
The one thing I will say, if you want the true Marvel vs. Capcom game, go play Dragon Ball FighterZ. That looks way more like Marvel, like, and it actually looks like a great game. Like that game looks insane. We didn't talk about it too much, but I will say real quick just to speed things up. Looks fantastic. Looks like a fun fighter. It's cool to see that style like Dragon Ball Z game, and they have the perfect team working on it. So
also the one thing that I still want to feel is still in development, but I want to hear more about it. Where the hell is Dead Island 2?
Yeah, I mentioned that the other time. I don't know where Dead Island 2 is. Apparently, still in development, because I guess the last thing we seen about it is 2014 was like a gameplay trailer, which I barely found out about yesterday. I didn't even know gameplay was released for Dead Island 2, but apparently it was shown off at Gamescom, and that's the last I've seen of it. So it's either in development hell or it's canceled.
Silver just like the Deep Silver just like isn't like development hell, because it's like we kind of gave away gameplay too much, and we haven't even gotten like the first act done or whatever.
Well, they didn't get too much gameplay. It looked just like Dying Light, pretty much. It just looked like Dying Light without parkour. So I don't know how it was doing in development.
But yeah, Nintendo.
Yes, Nintendo.
Nintendo
came back this year. They came back.
Did you feel that like this Nintendo wasn't really a direct?
No, it was a Nintendo Spotlight. I guess giving Spotlight on some of the games they have come. That's what they called it, was a Spotlight.
I mean, maybe they kind of shifted away from Direct since Iwata was the one.
No, they had a Nintendo Direct the week before E3 with the Pokemon stuff. So they still got the Direct. They just named their E3 thing Spotlight, I guess, to differentiate it between this stuff. They ended it off.
Yeah, they showed Mario they showed Mario Odyssey as like the way to present it off.
Final thing of the show, and that game looks incredible. Like, I'm buying a Switch for that game.
It really does.
The trailer song is stuck in my head. And
like the fact that Mario throws his hat at enemies and he can become those enemies is like, that's gonna like change the way that we speedrun Mario now.
Yeah. It's gonna be an interesting game if we're talking speedrun wise, but I think with some gameplay concepts, it's gonna be some cool stuff that they could probably do, like with puzzles and the way you get around the world.
Did you hear about like some guy recreated the mechanic of Mario Odyssey in 64 Mario?
Oh, no, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, there's a video on it. I would probably have to look for it, but there was a guy who created the mechanic of Mario throwing his hat in Super Mario 64, and it actually looks pretty. It runs pretty good too.
I'll just check that out.
Like it could be a ROM hack, and
it's definitely a ROM hack.
It would be a really interesting ROM hack to play. And a lot of people are on the fence on who won this year at E3. Some people saying that like Ubisoft won, but I really can't say that like anyone won. It's just that everyone tried their hardest. Some failed, some did not. Some had really interesting stuff to announce. Some, I'm not gonna say that Sony intentionally held back, but I think they held back.
Well, they did. They held back stuff. They held back some of their reveals, and it didn't help that they had a
I'm not sure if it was like they thought about this before E3, or if it was just like on a whim, like last minute. Let's just
no. It was definitely like they thought about it, because they couldn't just simply like, oh, let's remove this from the show. Like it was definitely like thought this like beforehand. Yeah, that was a nice conversation about E3.
I would say I'd give Nintendo like an 8.
Good score. So thank you for joining me on this very long discussion of E3.
I'm glad to have. Glad to been here and give our thoughts about the E3 and how season passes are probably going to be dead at this point.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
But we need more Dark Cloud 3.
Yes, definitely. So, that is the end of this segment. Do the right thing, and continue on to part 3. Woo! Oh, man. Well, welcome back. That was a very long segment. I got very lost at many points in there. Like, oof, that kind of was bad. Well, let's end it off on a high note. Part 3, Best of E3. So every year, I do a best of list of E3. I talk about trailers, I talk about games, what did I see at E3, what did I like, what gave me the biggest impression. I have a bunch of lists of best of stuff and what was the worst of too. So let's finish this segment off. Here is my best of E3 2017. Why am I structuring it like that? Am I trying to make an E3 conference? You be the judge. So without further ado, here is the world premiere of Gaming with Class, Best of E3 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, part 3 of my E3 closing review. This is the most important one. This is my best of E3 awards. This is where I give my rewards to the best things I saw of E3 and many different lists. So this is like best conference, worst conference, best new IP, so on and so forth. So I got a big list of stuff. I'm going to try and get through it as fast as possible. And before I begin, there will always be obvious like omissions from this list. There were a lot of great things I saw at E3 this year. There are some things that are always going to be gone. It's always next year, so without further ado, let's begin my best of E3 list. So to start off, the best new IP, A Way Out. This game looks really cool. I thought it was a really inventive game. It was the best game they showed at EA's conference, and I left with another game that I'm looking forward to, a co-op only game, so it's going to be pretty fun. Best Indie, The Last Night. This is something new, something that seems kind of fresh. The art style really sucked me in. Like, it's visually, I don't even know how to describe it, but like it really looks interesting. I'm very much looking forward to this game. This is the best indie I saw. There's a lot of other ones that probably could make it on this list. You know, screw it, I'm gonna say it now. Cuphead, because this is the last E3 that I can say best indie Cuphead. Cuphead's made it on 3 years in a row, breaking records. So, hats off to you guys, you're doing great work. So this is the second year I've done this one. Most interesting VR title. Now, this is gonna be kind of a bad one. I don't know. Fallout VR and Skyrim VR. Now, I say most interesting because it's the full game. Now, I don't like that it's $60. I think it's real expensive for that. But I will say, at least it's interesting that the full game will be playable from the start. No, Todd Howard, no! Okay. Okay, I'll spend the $60. Okay, whew. Well, that was crazy, but as I was saying, it's most interesting because you can play the full game from start to finish. I think that's kind of awesome in VR. I don't know how it'll play. I don't know if it'll be glitchy or what. I'd say at least with that, it's kind of interesting to see that and kind of cool. But I'll have to wait till it comes out. Whew. Worst thing of E3, Bethesda paid mods. I was not a big fan of this at Bethesda's conference. I thought this was a bad decision on their part, a bad call. Remember what happened last time they tried this with Steam? It didn't work out. I hope this doesn't work out as well. It's also just, I don't think it's good. It's a bad practice, and it really doesn't help anybody. So, please just get rid of it. That was really the worst thing I saw. I had way more, but it's like, I had to cut it because that one really irked me through a lot of it. Most cringeworthy moments. Fake shoutcasting, you know, the guy at the Microsoft conference, that was real embarrassing when he walked on stage and, you know, he appeared on stage in the darkness to like start screaming about this game that nobody knew of. That was real oof. EA YouTube guy blunder, you already know. It happened. It was pretty awkward. Big blowout games, or these might call like the blowout games where it's like, okay, I didn't expect this game to actually look kind of good. Mario Rabbids. I did not expect this game to look as good as it does. I'm actively like looking forward to this game. I think it's gonna be pretty fun. So yeah, like that really is the blowout. I was like, what? Like, never in a million years did I think I would be saying a Mario Rabbids game would look good. But it surprisingly does. I'm looking forward to getting this game. Like, I'll be there. Whenever I get a Switch. Favorite games I saw during E3. So it's just like some of the favorite things I saw. Super Mario Odyssey. Fantastic. I don't need to say anything else. The Last Night. I've already said enough. Like, looks cool. Dragon Ball FighterZ. Fantastic fighter, and I love that this game got announced before before Marvel Infinite, because it made that game look real bad. It's like, man, look at this game developed by like pros, and look at Infinite here, where like easy combos and like weird models. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, how did Ultimate Marvel 3 look better? Then I'm not gonna get into it. Weirdest game at a conference. That would go to Minecraft making another return at the Xbox showcase. This is, I understand they're gonna show Minecraft, but this is kind of funny that like the past 3 E3s they have shown it. This is something funny I find. It's like, okay, we get you spent like this much, but like it's like you gotta like show like we spent this money. We gotta make damn well that we spent it right. So we gotta keep showing this. That's I don't know, it's just it's always weird to me. Here we go. The list everybody has been talking about. I've been mentioning it throughout this video and throughout my E3 videos this past week. What is my definitive conference list? What do I rank the conferences from high to low? I've thought long and hard about this, and I think I've come to a decision that may be a little crazy, but here we go. Here's my conference list of where I rank it of E3 2017. Nintendo, Ubisoft, Sony, Microsoft, Bethesda, EA. So Nintendo was my favorite conference, but EA is the worst. Now, before I continue, I need to say something about EA's conference. Let's give EA a round of applause, because this means that they are now 3 years in a row the worst conference for me of E3. They have broken a streak that has never been seen. You know, for a long time it was Microsoft, but you know what? EA has been breaking records. Hats off to you. Here's to you guys. Worst conference. But no, in all honesty, it really is between, for that top spot, it was, at one time, it was Ubisoft. Ubisoft was real high. And Nintendo was there too. Like, Nintendo beat it out by a bit because of the stuff they showed in their conference and post. Like, they really sold me with that. And everything that they showed in their conference with Nintendo's, I really left feeling like I really want to get this. Like, this actually looks really good. And with Ubisoft, as much as I love their conference, it was fantastic. I'm not too big on Steep, and Just Dance really was a low part for me. And with Nintendo, I thought that they had a stronger amount of games and stuff that really resonated more. But those two are pretty much neck and neck. Like, at one point, they were like here, and I think I gave Nintendo a push a little bit. And I'm not including if I included Metroid, it would have been like up here, but I tried to keep it fair. Like, they were both really good conferences. Sony gets the under spot because, like, I did like Sony. They showed games. I did feel their presentation was a bit underwhelming. Like, I felt it was kind of just, alright, well, here's a few trailers, we have stuff shown. And that was really it. There wasn't like a stage show really to it. And it seemed like something they could have done from just any other random place. Like, there was like a few weird parts where they had like stage stuff happening, but I don't know. Like, I did like the stuff they showed, but I kind of wanted a little more, or just a change in some things. Microsoft actually did pretty good this year. I thought they did fine. Really long presentation though. It wasn't getting pretty long. I did like some of the stuff they showed. I thought New Metro looks fine. Some stuff with like Crackdown looks cool. But they didn't sell me on Xbox One X. That's the one thing I'll say. The price is still pretty high on that, real high. And they didn't really show me enough that says I need to go out and buy this thing. So, which kind of hurts them for me, but that's just me. Like, I just feel like I can just stick with an Xbox One S at this point. Bethesda. Now, I really did not like that paid mod part of Bethesda, and even then there were some parts of their conference that I didn't like the tablet part or Elder Scrolls Online. But like I said, Fallout VR, it's kind of interesting. Like, it's not, the price is crazy with that, but I think that looks all right. But Evil Within 2 and Wolfenstein 2 look great, especially Wolfenstein 2. That looks like it's gonna be a real fun game, and that's why it gets that spot. EA. They did show, there was one game that stole me, and that was A Way Out. I think that was the most, like, cool game of their conference. That was, like, the surprise game that no one expected. But everything else you could see coming. Like, I knew Need for Speed because, of course, that leaked. But you knew you were going to see Madden, FIFA, NBA, and we knew we were going to see Star Wars Battlefront 2. But even in the way they presented it, it was real boring, and, like, one good game in a conference isn't that great. So they get the low spot for me this year. Like I said, Ubisoft stepped it up this year. I never thought Ubisoft would be that high up. So who knows? Maybe next year EA will like be good too. Like, break the streak, EA. Please. Break the streak. But there's only one more thing left. And that is my Game of E3 award. This is the top spot. This is the game that was the game of E3. This is the game that I saw. I was like, you know what? This is the best game I saw out of anything else. It left me like, okay, I need to see more of this game, and I need to buy this game now. So, without further ado, here is my Game of E3 2017 award. Drum roll, please. Count the envelope. Okay. The award goes to no. You already know what it was. Super Mario Odyssey. This game really stole E3 for me. They came out with a Mario game that has gotten me excited. Like, I have not been excited for a Mario game since probably Galaxy, and this one just, I need to play this game. It seems to be probably the most creative Mario game in years. Like, they're doing a lot of cool concepts with it, like with the hat, transforming into different creatures and people, and it looks like an extremely fun game. And what I've heard is that it plays just as great as it shows, and it's an incredibly fun game. I'm really looking forward to this. This game is going to be in my Switch, in my hands, on October 27th. I'm buying this game day one, and I'm buying a Switch for it. So yeah, that was my game at E3. There were a few other ones. Dragon Ball FighterZ almost got it because that game looked incredible. I got very excited and hyped every time I saw it. That was second place. And I hadn't think of a third. Yeah, I didn't think this far ahead. Usually last year I had like thirds and I had like 4 things for it, but yeah, that was my game at E3. So that is gonna do it for this segment. And I will leave for now, so join me next year for this segment of my Best of E3 Awards. We'll see some more stuff. I'll add some more categories, and hopefully EA, break the curse. Break the curse. Break the curse.
EA, break the curse. It's looking bad. Break it.
Well, looks like it's about that time. Gone over predictions, we've had a long and hearty discussion, and I've given some awards out, but it's time to bring this to a close. So let's take shades, put them away for a year, but they'll be back. Oh, they'll be back. It's been a fun E3. Not one of the strongest, I'd say, but it's still fun. It still turned out fine. I'd give it maybe a B, just a straight B this year. Some cool stuff shown. Maybe some stronger stuff will come next year, but that's the fun thing, is like I always love the leading up to E3, the hype around it, like, oh, well, we're gonna see what this conference gonna do, what are they gonna do? Like, it's always a lot of fun. We got a long time for that, but I'll be looking forward to it. Thank you out there. If you watched any of my E3 videos the past week, you watched whether it be my prediction video, my recaps of E3 conferences, or my reactions, thank you. If you sat through this video, really thank you. It's long video. It's like, sit through this one, like, good. Yeah, got a long wait, but it'll be a good one. And as they always say, great things must come to a close. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you later on. Peace! What? You know, why did I say that? I've been... You know, looking back, I've been saying peace a lot. Like, every end of this conference, I've said, peace! Why did I say that? I don't know. I'm gonna get a year to reflect on that. Maybe next year's E3, I'll have an answer for you. Oh, I'm gonna have an answer. Oh, come on, that doesn't make any sense. Like, peace? Like, you know, bye works too. That's kind of dumb.